You're scrolling on your phone, maybe during a lunch break. A headline jumps out. Deadly virus outbreak on cruise ship. Your heart does a little flip. You click. You read about the MV Hondias, about Hantavirus, about people getting sick. It's a scary story. And then a second thought hits you. You have a cruise booked. It's in 3 months to a totally different part of the world. But suddenly, that doesn't matter. Your mind starts racing. What if it spreads? What if it's on my ship? The vacation you were excited about now feels like a threat. If this sounds familiar, you are not alone. And you're not overreacting. Your brain is doing exactly what it's designed to do: detect danger. But today, we're going to talk about the difference between detecting danger and being hijacked by fear. We're going to give your anxiety a much-needed reality check. This feeling has a name. It's called health anxiety. It's that intense worry about your health or about getting a serious illness that feels completely overwhelming. And a news story like this, it's the perfect fuel for that fire. It combines a scary, rare disease with a feeling of being trapped. First, let's validate the feeling. Hantavirus sounds terrifying. The stories from the MV Hondias in April and May of this year, 2026, are genuinely tragic. Hearing that several people died is heartbreaking, and it's completely normal for that to spark fear. Your feelings are valid. The fear is real. But our job today is to ask a crucial question. Is your level of fear matched to your actual level of risk? For the vast majority of us, the answer is no. Health anxiety makes a tiny possibility feel like a certainty. It turns what if into when. So before we go any further, let's separate the scary headlines from the sober facts. This is the first step to calming the anxious brain, giving it accurate data, not to dismiss the fear, but to right-size it. The outbreak on the MV Hondias involved a specific strain called the Andes virus, which was likely contracted by some passengers in Argentina. Argentina did see a rise in cases since mid-2025, but we're talking about 101 infections in a country of over 45 million people. The Andes strain is notable because it can, in rare cases, be transmitted from person to person. This is unlike most hantaviruses. But this isn't like the flu or COVID. It requires very close, prolonged contact. It is not easily spread in casual settings. Let's zoom out for even more perspective. In all of the Americas in 2025, there were 229 reported cases. In the entire United States, there were just 7 cases. You have a higher chance of being struck by lightning, a much, much higher chance. The World Health Organization has been very clear. They've stated the overall risk to the general traveling public remains low. This is a localized event, not a global threat. So let's hold that fact. The world's top health experts are saying, be aware, but do not panic. So if the risk is so low, why does the fear feel so big? This is the heart of the issue. The problem isn't the virus. The problem is the way our brain is wired to handle threats, especially threats that are invisible and uncertain. This is where health anxiety thrives. Let's meet Mark. Mark reads the same article as Jenna. The next day, he wakes up with a slight headache. Maybe he's dehydrated. Maybe he slept funny. But his anxious brain doesn't consider that. It screams hantavirus. This is called catastrophizing. Catastrophizing is taking a neutral or minor event, like a headache, and jumping to the worst possible conclusion. It's a cognitive distortion. Your brain is telling you a story that isn't based in reality, but it feels completely real. And it's exhausting. So what does Mark do? He pulls out his phone and starts searching. Early symptoms of hantavirus, hantavirus survival rate. He spends 2 hours falling down a rabbit hole of medical websites and forums. This is compulsive checking. He's looking for certainty, for reassurance. But here's the paradox. The more you search for reassurance online, the more anxiety you create. You'll always find a new symptom to worry about, a new scary story. Dr. Google is a terrible physician. It feeds the anxiety instead of starving it. The final piece of the anxiety puzzle is avoidance. Jenna, feeling overwhelmed, decides to cancel her cruise. In the short term, she feels a wave of relief. The threat is gone. But what has she actually learned? She's taught her brain that the only way to handle fear is to run away. Avoidance makes your world smaller. It reinforces the anxiety. The next time a threat appears, your brain will scream even louder to avoid it. But there's a specific reason this cruise ship story is so much more powerful than other health news. We'll get to why in a moment. So we have this cycle: a trigger, catastrophic thoughts, compulsive checking, and avoidance. It's a powerful loop, but you can break it. Recognizing the pattern is the first and most important step. Seeing it for what it is, a faulty alarm system, not a prophecy. Okay, so why does a story about a cruise ship hit us so hard? It taps into some of our deepest fears. First, there's the loss of control. On a ship in the middle of the ocean, you can't just get off. You are in a contained environment. Your brain interprets this as being trapped with the danger. Second, it's an unseen threat. You can't see a virus. You probably won't see the rodent that carries it. This randomness is terrifying to our brains, which love predictability. We feel helpless against an enemy we can't see, touch, or reason with. It feels like a lottery of doom. And third, let's be honest about the media. Fear sells. A headline that says, "Travel generally safe despite rare incident," doesn't get clicks. A headline with "deadly plague" and "vacation nightmare" does. The news is often designed to provoke the exact anxiety you're feeling. So let's recap. We have a statistically rare virus amplified by our brain's fear of being trapped and the unseen, all supercharged by a media environment that profits from our panic. It's a perfect storm for anxiety. No wonder we're feeling overwhelmed. But now, we can start to fight back. Okay, enough understanding. Let's get practical. What can you do right now to reclaim your calm? I'm going to give you 4 concrete strategies to manage this health anxiety. These aren't magic wands, but they are powerful tools. First, curate your information diet. You wouldn't eat junk food all day and expect to feel good. The same goes for information. Decide on 1 or 2 reliable sources, like the WHO or the CDC. Then set a timer. Allow yourself 5 minutes, once a day, to check for updates. When the timer goes off, you're done. Second, challenge the catastrophic thought. When your brain says, "This headache is definitely Hantavirus," don't just accept it. Become a gentle detective. Ask, what's the evidence for that? What's the evidence against it? What is a more likely, less scary explanation? A more likely explanation could be, "I had a stressful day," or "I only drank 1 glass of water." This isn't about pretending the fear doesn't exist. It's about refusing to let the most anxious thought be the only thought in the room. You're creating options. Third, focus on what you can actually control. You cannot control a virus outbreak in another hemisphere. You can't control the media, but you can control your own actions. This shifts your brain from a state of helpless panic to a state of empowered action. What does that look like? It's washing your hands. It's maintaining healthy routines like sleep and exercise, which regulate your nervous system. It's being mindful of your surroundings if you're hiking in an area where rodents are common. These are small, sensible actions. They ground you in the present. Fourth, and this is one you can do right now, get out of your head and into your body. When you're spiraling, your mind is stuck in a future catastrophe. We need to bring it back to the present. A simple way is the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding technique. Right now, wherever you are, name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can feel, like your feet on the floor or the fabric of your shirt, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. Go ahead, try it. This simple exercise pulls the emergency brake on your anxious thoughts. It tells your nervous system that in this present moment, you are safe. You are not on a ship. You are not sick. You are here, now, and you are okay. The goal is not to eliminate anxiety. Anxiety is a normal human emotion. It's a smoke alarm. The goal is to fix the faulty wiring so it doesn't go off every time someone makes toast. It's about learning to distinguish between sensible concern and debilitating panic. Facing these fears is incredibly hard work. Just by watching this, you've taken a courageous step to understand your own mind. That's something to be proud of. Your anxiety is just trying to protect you. Our job is to gently teach it that we don't need protection from a news headline. Remember, this content is for educational purposes and is not a substitute for professional therapy. If health anxiety is significantly impacting your life, please reach out to a qualified counselor. You don't have to manage this alone. If you're working on how anxiety shows up in your relationships, my next video is about how to explain your feelings to a partner when you're feeling overwhelmed and they just don't seem to get it. I hope you'll join me for that. Thank you for your time today.